welcome to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. So, you've learned a bunch of tunes, but you're having trouble remembering them all. Or maybe you're just having trouble remembering how they start. Or maybe you just can't remember the names of them. Somebody says, let's play Cash Jig, and you're like, what's Cash Jig? So what I'm gonna do in this lesson is give you a great practice for remembering things you know already, okay? So we're gonna take a handful of tunes. I like to call this beginnings practice. So you may have to, we're gonna work with a few tunes, and we're gonna start with, say you can't remember Arkansas Traveler. Go look it up, either listen to it or look up the tabs or the sheet music, whatever works for you, whatever your method is, and you play through the tune. And so on. Arkansas Traveler. Then you just play the beginning of the tune and firmly plant that in your mind with the beginning. You may even say out loud, Arkansas Traveler. Maybe do that twice. Arkansas Traveler. Then you move on to another song. Let's do Cash Jig, all right? So maybe you have to look it up. You can't remember it. You look it up and then you're like, oh, that's Cash Jig. You read it or whatever. Play the whole tune maybe to get it in your memory. And then we're gonna just work on memorizing the beginning and link it to the name. So you'll say Cash Jig. Do that much only. Cash Jig. Okay, and now we're gonna start to review. We're gonna go back to Arkansas Traveler. What was that? I remember it was. Okay, cool. And now the next one was Cash Jig. Let's see, I've already forgotten that. So you go and you look it up, all right? So we're gonna do it, we're gonna keep rolling through some tunes and you'll get the idea. Now you want to try to review Shady Grove and try to get that more solidly memorized. So you go and you look up the tune, maybe you listen to it, maybe you're more work by ear, kind of like how I teach. And so you go listen to the tune and then you play it. Whatever. And then we're going to do the same process to link this. And if you think you've got this video, stay in there for just a little bit longer because I have one more cool thing I'm going to introduce in a second. So even if you get the idea of what I'm doing, I have one more thing to add soon. So we're going to link up the name Shady Grove with the tune. And do it again, Shady Grove. All right. Notice we're not doing any learning of tunes in this lesson. It's purely a practice lesson. Okay, if you like the tunes that you hear and you haven't learned them, I'm going to put links to everything that I introduced below, and I have videos for everything. Okay, so you can go and then learn that cool tune I've just showed you. All right, so now we're going to review the 3 tunes that we're trying to get more accessible in our memory. We're going to start with Arkansas Traveler. Okay, good. That's enough. I remember that. Cash Jig. I think I remember it now. And then Shady Grove. All right. And so basically you just continue this process until you have like a list of tunes that you know you want to remember, and you can play every beginning and you know the name. Somebody says the name, you can play the beginning. And often the beginning is all you need to spark the rest of the tune. So this is a great practice. All right. Now, here's the other thing that I'm going to give to you is something you did in school, maybe, flashcards. So you can use this practice and really, if you really want to get serious about it, you can make a flashcard for every tune. And then you can put the beginning on the back, all right? And I use this kind of fiddle tab system, which is good for remembering things, but not good for reading. Sheet music is better for reading. You may want to put the entire tab on the back of your card, so that you can review the whole tune. That's up to you. I think that's a great idea, actually. If you actually wrote out, if you are using tabs, if you actually handwrite them out, you'll remember the tune a lot better. So basically, you could build up a bunch of your tunes on flashcards, shuffle them, and then just play beginnings, bam, one after the other. Or you could just play the whole tune. But in terms of just really reinforcing your memory of it and moving tune to tune, that would be a good idea. So anyway, that's about it for this lesson. I was going to do a whole bunch more tunes, but I think that probably explains it really well. Again, it's beginnings practice. You could start with just going between 2 tunes, then 3 tunes, and don't move too fast. Don't, use this with just maybe, if you can get 3 tunes and play the beginnings one after the other, then, and it's comfortable, then you can move on and add a 4th, so on. Always just kind of like not rushing too much, sitting with this exercise or any exercise for a little while. Okay, so I think that's about it. I thought it would be longer, but I think that's a perfect length for this video, this practice video. And I hope it was good and I hope it's helpful.
Thanks for watching.